Good evening, everyone. Am I audible to you guys?
Yes.
Okay, guys. So, myself, Palak Rana, and I'm an ACCA member, and I'm teaching ACCA from last 4 years. So, I am teaching ACCA with VGLD from good 1 year now. Apart from that, I was teaching with multiple institutions, both silver, like both gold and silver. But right now, I am in platinum learning partners as well. So, first of all, I just want to know something about you before we begin our today's session. That how many of you are done with any of the ACCA papers previously? Are you aware about ACCA or like the professional level paper of ACCA? Rashita, no. Yes. No. Saurabh, no. Prerna gave SBR in December. No. Okay. So the students who are mentioning no, like you are entering into ACCA from some other background. Maybe I guess you are from some exemption route due to CA, some professional qualification. Okay, yeah, Abhirami. Okay, and okay, Rashita, you are a chartered accountant. Good to know. So, is there anyone who is known CA but again new to ACCA? Just the purpose is to know about ACCA, sinking comfortableness of you guys. So I just want to know about that. Like, is there anyone who is from non-professional background and again entering into ACCA right now? Maybe from MBA background or maybe some other background. Guys, please raise your hands. Okay, I guess no one is here. Okay, so the students who are from CA background and entering into ACCA, guys, all of you must be aware about that. SBL and SBR are both compulsory paper of ACCA. So SBL is something more of theoretical, right? And in SBL, you don't need to cram. And guys, you have received the PDF by VGLD, PDF or books by VGLD. These books, have you received these books? Okay, PDF. Okay, not even received PDF. Okay, so don't worry, guys. Today I will be covering your syllabus area with the help of PPTs, which are being drafted by me only. If you want, you can use these books as well, and I will be taking help of these books to cover the question practice. Just to let you know, like a few of you have appeared for SBR previously. SBL is something different. Sort of, yes, we have a little practical, just I can say good 4 to 5 marks maximum or maximum 7 marks, not more than that. And again, 7 marks was like the area 3 4 attempts ago. In recent 3 attempts, I haven't seen more than 2 or 3 marks practical portion. Yes, we have ethical area as well in this. So I'm just wait for few minutes. I'm telling you each and everything about SBL, how to prepare SBL, and what are the topic areas which you will be covering in SBL. So just give me few minutes. So SBL is a mixture of multiple subjects. You will be covering a little about auditing based area. Someone mentioned, Sapriya mentioned that yes, we have something relating to ethics. Yes, ethical area relating to auditing. Again, something relating to business related area. Something relating to costing related area, management relating area, something related to financial related area, which is in the practical based portion. So it's a cocktail of multiple subject, but SBL need something different from other paper, and there is no right as well as wrong answer in case of SBL. Tell me guys, how many of you are aware about that pre-scene thing in SBL? Sapriya, okay. Vaishnavi, good. What about others? Meenal, okay. Saurabh, not aware, don't worry. Slightly idea. Okay, okay. Most of you are not aware, don't worry. So the paper is of 100 marks and the paper is of 3 hours 15 minute session, right? All the ACC paper are of 3 hours 15 minute, professional level paper are of 3 hours 15 minutes now. Earlier, SBL was a 4-hour paper. And in case of SBL, earlier, we were given a good 15 to 20 page case study. And based on that case study, we were being tested with multiple questions within different tasks like maybe 5 or 6 tasks. So it was a lengthy paper. Now, from last September onwards, they have reduced the timing of SBL and they have given you a bonus gift. Now, what is that bonus gift? That under SBL paper, you won't be tested with some different case studies. In case of SBL, you will be tested with one case study only, just one case study. And within that one case study, there will be different requirement in the form of different tasks. Now, the half portion of that case study would be available to you 15 days prior to the main examination. That is the bonus point of SBL paper, and that is one of the key reasons that SBL is having huge pass percentage now. Earlier as well, it was having a good pass percentage, but after the introduction of pre-scene, it's again very easy. Now, what is that pre-scene? In case of SBL now, you will be receiving email or maybe notification by ACCA 15 days prior to your examination when you have booked your examination. And under your My ACCA portal, if you are registered into ACCA, you must be aware about My ACCA portal. If not, then you have to register to ACCA to appear for your ACCA examination, right? So what you have to do, you have to book your exam. After booking your examination, 15 days prior to your ACC examination, under examination section, you will be getting information about pre-scene. Now that pre-scene is the information which will be available in the main paper as well. And that pre-scene will contain the information about the industry, the question is gonna to test. It could be automobile industry, it would be a banking industry, the industry as well as the company. Like good 10 to 12 pages of data will be available to you even 15 days prior to the examination. That means you have time to understand the case study and you have the time to understand your client. And based on that pre-scene, some other information in form of exhibits will be tested in your paper. That information won't be available earlier. Few exhibits will be available. I guess 3 to 4 exhibits will be available. And main question requirement will be available in the main examination only. So that means you can understand that, okay, earlier in this attempt, the information was relating to event management company. In the previous attempt, it was something related to Ola or Uber cab. Before that, it was something relating to airline industry. So industry would be given, company information would be given. Most of the time, companies governance structure, companies country structure, company countries like what I can say is some of the financial information would be available. Board of director information would be available. So some basic information would be available to you. In the pre-seen material, and rest of the information would be available in the main paper. You don't need to cram the information which is available in pre-seen. Reason being, because the same information will be available in the paper itself, and you just have to make yourself comfortable with the industry. We will be having like good two session on pre-scene, right? I will be guiding you that yes, what areas could be tested in the main paper based on pre-scene. In every attempt we do that, and I'm not giving surety again. It's a first class, right? But yeah, it's a track record that like whatever we discuss in our sessions, and whatever we discuss in our pre-scene, 50% of those topics are definitely tested in papers. It is a track record, but yeah, I can't guarantee like you will come and file a case against me. So it's not like that, but yeah, it's a trend that whatever we have discussed, it has been tested more than 50%. Will this information help us to prepare for tasks that might come? Yes, definitely, sir, Priya. That information will help you. First of all, you will be comfortable with the industry. Again, based on the information, we make certain prediction that, okay, risk area could be tested. Now, risk area could be tested. But in risk area, what could be tested? That directly I can't guarantee, but yeah, I can give hints that yes, this could be tested. Like in this attempt, I mentioned that okay, risk could be tested, Porter 5 forces model could be tested, so JSW could be tested. So these models were tested in the paper, so it could be there. Definitely, like in every attempt, I will be sharing my number today only, although I am the part of the WhatsApp group. But in previous attempts as well, student used to like text me. But yeah, please don't directly call me, because see, I am busy in lectures. So you guys can message me, and by any chance, if I am available for call, or maybe I can message you that we can connect over call day after tomorrow or tomorrow. So my support is available to all of you, till your last day of your examination, right? So you don't need to bother about that, Saurabh. Okay. So, yeah. So that was all about pre-scene information. So we will be covering that as well in our session. Now, I will be showing you the main question paper as well today only. Reason being, because my psyche is that students should be aware that what they have to do in the paper, they have to be comfortable with the main screen, and like the approach of my SBL is different. I don't believe in reading the whole book. Like in the previous session as well, I haven't used this book a lot. I haven't used this book. I have just, taken reference of this book, because once you are done with 50% of your syllabus area, you will get your answers. Maybe in the first class or in the first four to five class, you won't be trusting me that what she is doing, she is just using PPTs. But see, SBL is something different. Your mindset should be just like a business leader, and business leader won't be having timing to read the detailed study. You just need to understand what is the meaning of a particular concept. You have to imagine yourself in the situation which is given to you in the question, and based on that, what you have to do is link the theoretical portion to the case study. And there is no right as well as wrong answer in case of SBL. I will share my own personal example. When I was appearing for my own SBL paper, we were a group of five friends. And it happens there is someone who is always smarter, right? So there was one guy in our group that we used to think that if he's writing something, he's always right. No, I am not sharing something on screen right now, Mayur. Don't worry. So, he wrote something different and I wrote opposite to him. Absolutely opposite to him. And in our time, pre-scene was not available, right? So, but we both passed and almost at the same marks. So there is no right or wrong answer in case of SBL. You just have to link your thought process, whatever model you are using or not using. It's again not compulsory till the time it's not mentioned in the question. So whatever thought process you have to link with the question study. You have to represent yourself as a part of the question and then justify your answer. But what is important in case of SBL is professional marks. The students who have appeared for SBR must be aware about what are the professional marks. But just to let you know, first of all, professional marks were introduced in SBL only. 20 professional marks were introduced in SBL only. After that, now other subjects have the same pattern, just like SBL. So, who is not aware about professional marks? Yeah, Saurabh, correct. Okay. So, see, professional level students are blessed with professional marks. I feel that it's a blessing. Your paper will be of 100 marks. SBL pattern is different from all other papers. So, all papers have 20 professional marks. But in case of SBL, you will be tested with just one case study only, as I've already mentioned that. And based on that case study, you will be tested with four tasks or maximum four tasks as of now. So, you will be tested with four tasks. Like three, there could be three or there could be four, but maximum four. In other papers, you have section A as well as section B. But in SBL, you just have one case study. Now, these professional marks are like you have to attempt answer considering these professional marks. Professional marks could be based upon the communication skill, that how you are communicating. That could be based on evaluation skill, considering both pros and cons. That could be based upon the professional skepticism. I use a very like I used to watch Sherlock Holmes type of movies, so CID type of series. So yes, you have to imagine yourself just like someone who is gonna to find something fishy. So just like think like an auditor. So yes, professional skepticism skill, analysis skill. So these are certain skills which will be tested in your papers, and you have to attempt your answer considering this tone. Like the professional skill means that yes, you have to answer your question in specified tone according to the specific professional skill, and I will be helping you out to like guide you that which professional skill means what, right? So that's why our approach will be more of practical approach as in question practice approach, rather than focusing on just jumping on theory. I don't believe in jumping on theory. We will be covering theory with the simplified PPTs. After that, like after every topic area, we will be covering two questions, right? Every day we will be covering two questions. Like first, like today we are gonna to start with leadership topic. Tomorrow I will be picking question of leadership. Although short questions are not gonna to be tested in your paper, but just to make you guys comfortable with professional language, we can say, or like how to link the theoretical portion with the question area, we will be covering two question areas from each and every single topic. And once the questions are done, once the syllabus area is done, I will be covering long questions, which are main questions in your classes. Because see, in your paper area you will be tested with one case study only, and my goal is to cover maximum questions with you. My goal is not to just finish the theoretical area and just leave you guys. No, my focus is to complete syllabus early and to prepare you guys for exam related condition, because for SBL writing is important. Most of the students say, ma'am, it's a simplified theory, like why we are getting classes or something like that. But student fail. I have seen CAs. I'm sorry, there are multiple CA, and I am also from CA fraternity. But yes, I've seen CA also failing. Reason being, uh, okay, Neha. Yes, Neha, I am starting a chapter. Yes, I will be starting with leadership. You can watch the recordings later on. Uh, by when we complete our syllabus. See, theoretical portion I can complete in good 8 lectures, right? 8 lectures, 8 to 10 lectures, theoretical portion. But the major portion, which is important according to me, will be started after that because question practice is important according to me. Saurabh. So, yes, what I was saying is that in case of SBL, you have long case studies, question-based studies. I will show you how the question is being tested in SBL, which is different from other professional papers. And I will be using PPTs. You have to just, cover the theoretical portion from PPT only. If you want to cover extra book, that's your choice. Your focus area should be writing question, and I would suggest, and I have mentioned the same thing in previous batches as well. A few of them were able to do that, like match according to me, and someone procrastinated, and in the end they were worried. So today being the first lecture, I would recommend that, once in a week you should write one question, and it's not a lot. Once in a week, one question. And I also suggest that, okay, by any chance, if you feel that you are new now, right, you can't write now. And writing doesn't mean writing with the help of pen paper. You have to write on your Excel, on Word, right? I just want you guys to be prepared with typing speed as well. Correct? So, today we will be starting leadership. After that, like tomorrow, we will be covering 2 question of leadership. Within the 1 week time frame, you should be writing the question. Maybe I am covering, or maybe some other question relating to leadership area, and write that. And I will be checking, not now, right? Once 4 5 chapter areas are done, you guys can send your response to me just to confirm that, okay, you are writing in the correct wording or not. And in the initial phase, if you want to open book and like read the question, read the answer, and then start typing, you guys can do that. And the question answers which are being available to you on ACCA Study Hub are just suggested answer. Don't try to match their answer with your answer because they are the standard answer. So you won't be able to write at that level. Okay. So any doubts till now? Okay, sir. Priya, what about others? Okay. And how many of you are not aware about ACCA Study Hub, and how many of you are not registered into ACCA? Saurabh aware. Okay. Good, Ashish registered. What about others? Okay. So I'll show you portal today also. Reason being because I will be covering questions, and your book is also the replica of this is from ACCA Study Hub only, right? So today I won't be just covering this. I will be showing you the exam format. Reason being because you guys need to know how the exam screen look like. I know a few of you have already appeared for SBR, but SBR pattern is different. This pattern is different. So in the first day, only I show the paper pattern. So let me share the screen. Someone mentioned. Okay. Ashish, okay, this is your third paper. That's great. But yeah, you have to send your answer to me, Meenal. That's why I mentioned that you guys will be sending your responses to me. I will take care of that. I know you might feel that we are not kids. Like a few of you might be like, maybe like late 30s, mid 30s. So like you might think that she's of our age and she's saying that I'll check. But yeah, like and like you have to write. But yes, in SBL you have to write. You need a professional language, and that's what main key tip to pass SBL is. Yes, definitely it can be completed, Mayur. But just you have to be regular in classes. Whatever I am telling you to do, you have to do just that much. And trust me, SBL is one of my favorite paper, and I won't be giving you a lot. You'll say that she is not giving task like how we are gonna to complete. But trust me. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Okay. So, like this is your ACCA portal, and you have ACCA study resources over here, and your qualification, and you have to choose your paper. So, I'm not showing you right now ACCA study hub. I just want to show you the past paper, right? Like past paper, basically, your main paper, how your main paper looks like. So those who are appearing for the first time, guys, this is ACCA practice platform. ACCA have its own practice platform for the students who are preparing for the paper for the first time. This is a golden opportunity to understand that how you are gonna to practice for your paper, how to understand that how the screen will look like. Okay, so this will show you the exact question paper which is gonna to be tested, the exact look of the question paper which is gonna to be tested. So these are the subjects. You have to choose your subject, like you have SBL. Why I am showing like each and everything, because we have some new candidates over here. So again, you have to use you have the subject of SBL. So ACC official resources. Then you can choose question from the past paper. You can choose question paper from the practice paper, and you can choose from the specimen paper. You guys can see the option is to unassign, because I have already assigned all the papers for the student of the previous attempt. So I'm showing you one SBL specimen, right? You have to start here it is being available as resume. So you guys can see my screen. There is some issue. Yes. So, in your main paper as well, the screen will look exactly same. This won't be highlighted. This is being highlighted by me in the previous sessions. So you guys have option to highlight your paper. Again, you guys can use calculator over here as well. In all paper, the screen will look just like this. But yeah, exhibit won't be there. Something else would be there. So you can use highlight, you can use calculator, you can use scratchpad. I would recommend to appear for center based paper instead of remote based paper if you have center nearby location. Reason being, in professional level paper, rough work is something which I feel is very important. So in center based paper, you have the facility to use rough paper as well. So that's why I recommend to sit for the center based paper instead of remote based paper. So you have the option of scratch pad by any chance if you are appearing for remote based paper. So this is exactly the screen will look like. And this is the pre-scene information. The reason why I am showing you this is just a pre-scene information. See, this information, this is some past paper actually. So, so this data, like this 11 to 12 pages data was available 15 days prior to the examination, and this data is gonna to help to understand the company, the people of the company governance structure, like industry in which it is operating. So this was the data which was being available 15 days prior to the main examination, and see, it is available in the main paper itself. So again, based on this data, you have 4 exhibits. 3 to 4 exhibits are available in each and every single paper. And this is the task. Task means the information which will be useful to answer your question. That means what you have to do. And in case of SBL, you have to answer in the specified format only. If the question is asking you to prepare a report format, you have to answer the question in the report format only. And formats, I will be guiding you. I have written somewhere that, yeah, what is the format of like specific thing. And we will be having a separate session for that as well. So if the question is mentioning you to answer the question in report format, you have to answer in the report format only. If the question is asking you to write memo, letter, or briefing paper, or maybe presentation slides, make sure that you are writing in that format only, because that is covered under your professional marks. If you are not gonna to write your answer in the desired format, then if you are writing everything correctly, even then your marks would be deducted, right? Even then your marks would be deducted. Okay, so like see here, we have prepare a report format for the board of director which evaluate the opportunities. I'm not doing question, I'm just like showing you how the question would be tested. And again, the question is mentioning you professional skill marks are available for analysis skill. So the question will mention you that yes, in this specific question, you have to use this format. You have to use this professional marks. So you have to answer in that professional marks only, right? Like maybe the question is gonna to test like based on the communication skill. Like here, they have mentioned that you have to use communication skill. So your answer should represent that you have answered according to the communication skill only. And only once a skill would be tested, like the professional skill of communication would be tested only once, like professional skill of suppose skepticism would be tested only once one skill is being tested. So again, like report majority of formats are to be prepared under word processor only. This is the word processor, right? You can use bold, italic, underline, and again like these formats. And calculation portion you will be doing in spreadsheet area. And if the question is mentioning you to prepare a report, then you have to answer in the slide format only, just like the way we used to prepare the slides in our college timings. So this is how the question is going to be tested. Again, you have navigator, and this is the main screen. This is just like the main screen where you can see my picture. There will be a timer popping out. Again, like navigation will help you to reach out to the next page or next question area. So like with this, you can jump to the next screen. Just wait for a minute. Actually, until unless you open each and every single page, it won't allow you to jump to the next area. So again, this information is same, exhibit is same, and task. So I will let you know that how to read that. Okay, first of all, you will read the task, and here you have the summary that yes, in which exhibit what information is available. So you won't be reading the full question at a glance. First, read the task, find out, okay, this task relate to this exhibit. Attempt that and then read the next task and then read the next exhibit. Match with that. This is how SBL question is being attempted. Any doubt till now? Okay. All of you comfortable? Okay, Rashita. Good. Yes, one task, one exhibit. Mostly, but there could be one task could be relating to more than one exhibit. There could be different formats. There could be report format, there could be briefing paper format. The question will mention that yes, this part, not the full question, this part you have to attempt in report or like briefing paper be in the letter format. The question will mention you, and we will be covering those formats as well. That's why I'm mentioning you that yes, our ultimate goal is to attempt more and more questions together so that you guys are comfortable with the question practice. Okay, Pooja? Is the format requirement will be shared earlier? Yes, yes. Like how many professional marks? It's 20 professional marks, Mayur. Yes, Saurabh, the format will be shared. We have 7 to 8 formats. I will show you that how to prepare a specific format, okay? And like in the question only, it will be mentioned you that yes, in the report format. Like in previous task, I showed you that yes, they were saying report format. In this task, they are saying that prepare a briefing paper, right? In this part, they are mentioning that you have to draft an email. So the question will tell you that which format you have to use. Which format you have to use and which professional skill you have to use. The question will only mention you. Okay?
Lovely. Lovely.
Report will be prepared. No, report will be prepared in Word format. Everything will be, yes, others, please mute yourself. Report will be prepared in Word format only. Only presentation slides will be prepared in presentation formats. Rest everything will be prepared in Word processor. If you have a question of like a high level of calculation, then that high level of calculation will be done in spreadsheet. Right now they are not testing, but yes, you should be aware about that. Yes, majority wise calculation, like huge calculation, are to be done in spreadsheet. Rest everything is done in Word processor. Just presentation slides are to be prepared under the presentation head. Fine, everyone? Yes, guys, is that fine? Okay, so this is exactly how your main paper screen will look like and how you will be preparing yourself for ACC SBL paper. So that's why my focus is to cover more and more questions along with you. And today I'm gonna to start with the leadership area. And tomorrow we will be covering 2 questions from the leadership area only. But yeah, please make sure that I want participative student. Participative student means like whatever question we will be doing, I will give you time to think about that and you have to participate with me. That will improve your thinking ability. And again, in SBL, it's all about thinking. There is no right as well as wrong answer. It's just the way that how you are linking your thought process with the question case study. So most of you being professional, I expect that I will get good response. After 2 to 3 sessions, like we will be covering a separate discussion regarding the professional skills. Right now I feel that it's too early to discuss about the professional marks, right? I will be starting professional marks after completing 2 to 3 topic areas. Now, our first topic area is leadership, and guys, you will be getting these PPTs maybe by tomorrow, right? I guess in portal they are available. By any chance they are not available in portal, you will be getting them by end of day tomorrow. Okay. So now let's start with the session and tell me what you understand about leadership. Yes, it's something very easy. Okay, okay, torch bearer. Okay, yeah, right. Okay, okay, correct, correct. See, can you guys see now that yes, all of you are writing something different, but I'm not saying anyone as wrong. This is all about SBL. So, what do you think me, like who I am for you in case of SBL? A few of you are chartered accountant. Chartered accountant are equal to ACCA members, right? Right. So, what do you think me? Yeah, leader, right? So, like, I am guiding you. Yes, someone is mentioning providing guidance. So, I'm providing guidance to you to achieve your goal. And right now, your goal is to clear your ACC SBL paper in first go, right? So, leader is the one who is gonna to help the number of people, group of people to achieve their desired goals. And in every organization, we need someone as a leader to guide them, to motivate them to achieve their organizational goals. Now, next is the types of leader. See, there are different types of leaders. See, I don't know, you remember your school timings or not. There were certain tutors, I do remember my time. There were certain tutors who used to say, okay, do by your own, you can do, I know that, right? And there were certain tutors like who used to insult, right? I am also teachers, may I know that someone can say the same thing about me. But yeah, some tutor used to say, okay, all of you are irrelevant person, like something like that, right? And there were certain tutors who used to be finding something new. And there were certain tutors, okay, they have the book, they used to read the book. And specifically, it happened to be the tutor of social studies, history teacher, right? So, reading whatever is being available and then guiding. So, there are different types of leader. You have first leader as a transformational leader. Transformation. Do you know what is the meaning of transformation? Transformation, we used to say that, oh, that person brings transformation in the industry, revolution in the industry, right? Yes, to bring the change, correct. So yes, that means there is a leader who brings the change, right? Maybe now we have the trend of online sessions. In my in my time when I was pursuing my CA as well. So just to let you know, I was a student of VG sir, right? So in my time, like satellite classes were new. In few cities, these satellite classes were being available. So maybe 20 years, maybe 15 years ago, this thing was being introduced, right? So the person who bring that change is the one who is the transformation leader, right? He had the thought process in mind that, okay, I want to bring something new to the industry. And for considering the convenience of the students, we used to go to the classes. Like, I do remember, I used to came back around 10:30, like when I was appearing for my CA examination. Our classes were in the evening, late evening, right? So I used to come back around 10:30. So it was a hectic thing for us. Again, the next class was in 6 a.m. So it was a hectic thing. So, but this person brings innovation. this person is the one who is the reason for growth, and that's why nowadays like number of students who are appearing for these professional courses are increasing because we have facilities now. So that's why this person was having a long term view that okay, I want to reach that stage, like I want that number of students doing this course. So like this is about how transformation leader works. Next is the another person who is known as transactional leader, which is known as manager as well. His main focus is just okay, this is the mission, okay, I have to achieve this mission. He is not the one who is gonna to think. He's just following. He is also guiding others, but yes, he is following the instruction of someone who has the thought process. So he could be a CEO, a CEO type person, and he is just a managerial person, right? So his task is to manage others. His task is to control others, and that's why his short thought process is of a short term view. Correct? Correct. Now, see, we have certain theories, and you don't need to remember the name of theory as of now. You just need to understand the meaning of these theories. So, see, we have a theory which is known as trade theory, and I don't know, like, is there anyone from direct like ACCA? So, these theories were part of our BT syllabus as well. Is there anyone who is in ACCA from the beginning? Rashita, you are in BT, like you are from the beginning. Okay. Okay. So yes, the same topic areas were in our BT syllabus area, that is trade theory. So with the trade theory, we used to cover that okay, like we differentiate the leader based upon the characteristics of the leader. What are the characteristics? See, there are certain leaders. See the example of Sandeep Maheshwari, right? Like he's famous for good motivational skills. Like we have Kishori, right? So like there are certain people who are famous based upon their motivational skill. There are certain leaders who are good in terms of talking, like I don't know how many of you know me, or like like my teaching or not. So like but yeah, I had received good compliments from student in the past that ma'am, you are very good motivator, right? So because I used to share my personal journeys when I used to teach, right? In your classes as well, I will be doing the same thing. So yes, like they used to mention me, ma'am, you are a good motivator. Now like this happened with different student, right? Okay, like yeah, someone is good motivator, someone is having good communication skills, someone is having good visionary skill, that okay, he used to think beyond, think out of box. And in my classes, I have seen multiple students in past that yes, there are certain students whom I feel that okay, they are very good, that yes, they are like gonna to grab one CR job, right? So it depend upon student to student, it depend upon person to person, that every person is having some speciality. So we define that leader based upon the traits they are having. Next is style behavioral theory. So it depend upon the style, like the teaching style they have. Like there are certain leaders, they are having good influencing style, like okay, they influence in some different way, and there are certain people who are like not in a position to influence. So suppose, see, we are having discussion, and yes, in my classes, you guys are open to share your views because it's a SBL paper, it's a professional level paper. So I don't consider you guys as kids. I consider you guys as a professional. So you guys are open to communicate. So like suppose there are certain leaders who are just the one, like follow my instruction. You have to do it. No means no. So that is the tell style of behavior. Like, okay, they tell what they want to be done. Next is there are certain leaders, they do what they want to do. They get the work, yes, autocratic. Yes, autocratic, we can say that. So yes, they are the one, like, who get the work done, but they mold things in a different way. How they mold them, right? What they do? They sell it in a different way, okay? They will convert their wording, they will mold your mind in such a way that you are, okay with whatever other person is doing. Yes, diplomacy. Next is consult. Third one is the one, like, I will ask you, okay, tell me your views. But in the end, I know that I have to do my own. I'll make you happy that, okay, participate, think, and tell me what you want to do. But end decision is mine. And the fourth one is, okay, I will tell you that, okay, guys, democratic is like, last one I can say, because see, like based upon the voting parts. So, last one is join. So I'll tell you, okay, you all participate on a common consensus basis. We will reach at some point of, like a conclusion. So we all will be working together. This is the join type of behavior. Correct? So, like, we have different types of leaders. So based upon, and this is what you will be using in your question. It's not compulsory to use the word tell, sell, consult. It's just like, okay, you will be judging that, okay, what kind of person is in your organization. Next is we have a contingency theory. Contingency theory, like, contingency means we normally use this word. It's contingent, it's not fixed, right? So according to the contingent theory, we don't have any one way of doing things. I can't say that, okay, I have to be strict. I can't say that I have to be lenient. It depends upon the people to whom I am dealing with. I will be changing my way. So this is what the contingency theory work like. That is, there is no one way of doing things. So yes, it depend upon situation sometime, like, and it happened with me as well, like, sometime I am the most rigid person, but at the same time I am the most lenient person, right? So it depend upon the situation, that how you have to handle that specific situation. So leadership style varies with the situation, contingent. Appropriate leadership style depend upon the team. It depend upon the team. Like, if by any chance my teammate are not aware about the situation, then I can't do anything. I will have to guide them. But again, if I know that my teammates can do, right, then I will leave things on them. So it depend upon people to people, right? Now, again we have a theory of McGregor. Theory of McGregor theory X, as well as McGregor theory Y manager. See, in every organization, we have different types of manager. So one is theory X manager, other one is theory Y manager. So yes, according to the theory X manager, like, that manager feel that, the team, does nothing, can't do anything by their own. I need to guide them. So these are the person who feel that, yes, my team have lack of expertise. They can't do anything by their own. So they can't take the responsibility. So I will have to guide them. And that's why that person will dictate each and every single minute detail about the work. And that's why that manager will be involved in each and every single area of the organization. But micromanagement, I can say, correct. Delegation will be in manager Y. Yes. So again, if someone is, checking each and every single detail, someone senior person is checking each and every single detail. That means, in that case, the team is not accountable for whatever is being happening, because see, top person is guiding me what I have to do. if something happens wrong in terms of guidance, it's his responsibility. It's not my responsibility. I'm not accountable for that. My senior is accountable for that. So yes, but this is possible in case of simple task only. For difficult task, it's not possible to do this, because it's not possible for senior person, like detailed checking, because it won't be possible for different tasks. Repetitive task, I know the process, so I can check each and every task. But if the task is different, like it won't be possible for me to like be involved in micromanagement area, right? So now there is another person who is from the theory Y manager. He feels that, okay, my team knows each and everything. They have the expertise. They can do by their own. They can self plan. And that's why I can't be, like involved in minor decision making. So the manager allows the team to do self planning. The manager allows the team for decision making. And yes, the manager is not involved in routine repetitive tasks, right? So the team will be accountable. The team will be looking for each and every thing, right? So that's why they are more of independent, and that's why it's possible in case of complex tasks. Now in previous lectures, student used to mention me, ma'am, complex task and they are doing by their own, because it depend upon task, it depend upon people to people. Because see, like if talking about big fours, right, it's not possible for checking each and every single activity of each and every single employee. So they have teams, right? And team is assigned different tasks. So this is how the work is being conducted in organization. Any doubts? Now next is entrepreneurship and intrapreneurship. So entrepreneur is a person, like most of you must be aware about Shark Tank. Yes. So what's in this Shark Tank show? Startup. Startup with different idea. They are new idea. They are new concept which we haven't seen, we haven't heard, right? Right. So that means the person who is taking the risk, okay, let's do something new. But with that risk, he's gonna to be repaid in terms of rewards. But yeah, sometime that could be something adverse based, because if the the idea, because if there is always a risk, so if the idea fails, I will have to suffer the consequences, right? So both risk and rewards are there. Now next is the entrepreneurship. See, in case of entrepreneurship, what happen is that risk is mine, reward is mine, money involved is mine, and the idea is belonging to me. But it's not always possible that the person who is having idea is having funds as well. So can you share the name of any good organization, and that is very famous, in which this entrepreneurship culture was being introduced, and is a very famous person right now, he's no more. I don't know how many of you are aware. Yeah, Ratan Tata. Yes, Ratan Tata. Right, right. So in our, in like Indian level, we have Ratan Tata sir. So yes, he specifically mentioned that, okay, if you have idea, good idea, come to us and we will invest in your project. And that's a true story, right? So yes, we promote employees with good ideas, with good innovative skills in the organization, we mention them, okay, we will pay for that. You just have to invest your ideas in our company. Based on that, you will be getting maybe bonus, maybe equity, something like that. So it's less risky because the funds are of the company, but the idea belongs to the employee. So that will bring expertise, fresh talents in the organization, and people will be motivated towards achieving organizational goal, and like they will think the organization as their own organization. Fine. Apple, I don't think so 100%, but yeah, Apple have not, as per my knowledge, Apple have not, mentioned anything in such, confidence level, as per my knowledge. Okay. So, next is professional code of ethics. Someone, like in the start of today's session, mentioned something about, yeah, I told you that I'm not like a very aware about Apple, although I use Apple products, but I'm not so I have the phone of Apple as well, but I'm not so informed about Apple things. So I want like to add something which I'm not sure about. So professional code of ethics. So, in the start of today's session, someone mentioned me that, ma'am, ethics will be covered in our syllabus area. I assume that you must be a chartered accountant. So, who was that person? Okay, Sir Priya. So, Sir Priya, like, what is the meaning of professional ethics? By any chance, someone else also know? Or you guys can participate. Rules and regulations. Okay, okay. Okay, normally we like we use this word that that person is somehow so many the person is ethical person and some person is unethical person. Okay, to do right. Okay, okay. So see, honesty, working with integrity. Okay, professional decorum. Okay, uh, all of you are correct. Now, so see, you're gonna to be a professional very soon, right? Few of you are already professional, like being a chartered accountant. So few of you are already professionals. So being a professional is not so easy. There are certain, rules, regulation which you have to comply with. And again, like being a professional, you have to, yes, Sarfia, correct. Absolutely correct. So these are the professional codes, basically, fundamental principles, basically. So being a professional, it's not so easy to be a professional and work. You have to make sure that you comply with the regulatory guidance. And again, these regulatory guidance are based upon your, I can say, profession, right? For every profession, you have different guidance. Like just take the example of, doctors. So we expect from doctor that they will be treating, doing our treatment fairly, and they will be taking care of our health right? And monetary, although I'm not against any professional, right? Although, but yes, we have seen that in our country, doctor profession is something turned out to be more of money as compared to treating patients. So yes, again, from lawyers, we expect that law and justice should be their priority. But again, somehow, in certain cases, this is not being followed. So yes, for us, right, for being an accountant or being an account auditor, it's being expected from us that we need to provide the financial information. We need to audit on the financial information with integrity, like along with other professional areas, right? Right. So along with other professional areas, see, being a professional, we have access to some information which is not publicly available. If suppose if you are an auditor, right, of XYZ Limited, you have access to certain key informative areas which are not available publicly, maybe the company's financial position, like how the financial statement are being prepared, certain bills, some purchase record, some merger and acquisition related information which is not publicly available. And suppose you are also working, consider yourself as a part of EY, and you are also working for some competitor firm, right, or competitor company of your client. So what will happen? Your competitor also know that you are working for them. They might bribe you. Tell us the quotation prices. In earlier Hindi movies. Yes, conflict of interest, correct. So in Hindi movies, they used to show that, okay, for shutting their mouth, they have to pay a price, something like that, right? Yes, breach of confidentiality. So, being an accountant, we need to consider these professional code of ethics and we need to comply with the fundamental principles. Now, so ACCA Professional Code of Ethics and Conduct is based on IFSC Professional Code of Ethics of Accountant. And if a matter is not resolved by this code, then the legal advice should be obtained. All professional accountants are required to follow the code of ethics. So, IFAC. IFAC is a professional accounting body, right? Based on this professional accounting body, we follow the rules and regulation. So, this body will guide us. And again, we have ACCA body as well, that how to comply, what rules and regulations are applicable, and what codes we need to comply with. So, there is a mnemonic. Let me write it here. And someone mentioned in detail about this mnemonic, that is PICOP, PICOP. So these are the fundamental principle of professional ethics, and these fundamental principle are again tested in AAA paper as well, AA paper as well. So like in multiple papers, you will be covering this professional code of ethics because it's all about your professionals. Yes, SBR again, right? So integrity, integrity means honest, it's being mentioned that yeah, that person was having good integrity. So that means you are honest, you are straightforward, you are truthful, and you do not conceal any wrong thing, right? You have a fair dealing. Next is objectivity. That means you are working on a fact based, right? You are working without any biasness, right? You are not working considering that yes, I have client A, I have client B, I should reveal the information to client B of client A, so that I can get more of benefits, or I should I should do the treatment of client A in such a way that I will get more of benefit, and I can't change my financial statement based upon the undue influence. So this is all about objectivity. This is all about objectivity. Undue influence means that there is no one who can influence my decision making. That is known as undue influence. Next is professional competence and due care. That means, see, if I am an accountant, it's my duty to work with the due care. I should have that skills that yes, I am working with my professional knowledge. See, like few of you are chartered accountant here. Every year, the tax slabs are changed. There are certain new sections which are being introduced. If you are practicing chartered accountant, you must be struggling with this, right? We have to keep that in mind. Like sometime GST was being introduced. In my time, GST was being introduced, right? So, like we have to consider that thing in mind while preparing financial statement, that the treatment of financial statement should be based upon the recent accounting financial knowledge, recent laws and regulation. So that is what is being expected from us being an accountant. And due care means that yes, I should be preparing the financial statement based upon proper care. That yes, I can't be negligent thinking that okay, I forget that it was my bad. I can't argue in such a way. Being an accountant, that means I need to apply the recent knowledge. I can't apply, okay, in my time I have studied this, so I have applied that. I can't do that. Next is confidentiality. Confidentiality, that means I can't disclose my client professional information which is not publicly available to anyone prior to my client confirmation, right? Before confirming my client, I can't leak out my client information. But there are certain cases in which I can breach this confidentiality related area. These cases could be when journal public is involved, when it is legally required by law, I can do that. I can't use this for my personal advantage. I can't provide the information based upon my own judgmental area. Next is the professional behavior. This is what is being expected from me, that yes, I should not do any kind of action which is gonna to discredit the professionalism, right? I should not be doing anything like which is gonna to harm the reputation of ACCA body. So this is what is being expected from me being an accountant, being an ACCA member, because I am the one who is gonna to represent ACCA. So I can't do anything which is gonna to harm the reputation of ACCA body. Is that clear? Difference between integrity and objectivity. Integrity related to truthness, right? Truthness, revealness of truth, something relating to that. But objectivity means like someone is in a position, something is in a position to mold my decision, right? Fact based is truth. I can't be in such a way like this is more beneficial for me, this is less beneficial for me. I need to be based upon the reality check. I can't be influenced by someone else. Okay. Anything till now? Okay. Now giving you guys a 10 minutes break so that you guys can refresh your mind, and then we are gonna to start the next area. Okay. Is back. Yes, Sapia, Saurabh. Okay. Rashita. Okay. Thank you guys for confirmation. So So we have covered professional ethics, that yes, every accountant, every auditor, or every professional have to comply with these fundamental principles, which you guys can memorize as PICO. Now, there could be certain situations in which I am not in a position to follow these fundamental principles. There could be a situation when I have threat to these professional ethics. Now, there are different types of threats to professional ethics, and again, this is part of our AAA syllabus area, but again, it's being tested in SBL as well. Though in SBL, it's not detailed wise, just like AAA, but yes, you just need to know the basics of these threats. Now, see, we have different types of threat. First threat is self-interest threat. Self-interest means my own self-interest in a particular thing due to my financial. See, normally in today's in 20th century, everyone is just of money mounted. Me, be it be me, I consider me as first, right? So everyone is just money thinking, right? So yes, if I have some monetary interest in something, I would be influenced by that decision, right? So if you have financial interest in any company, or maybe you have got, suppose one of you have gifted me iPhone, right? Like 16 Pro Max. I would be indulged, motivated towards, thinking about you. I would be biased, right? Maybe, right? So yes, if my client have provided me Audi car, if my client have, provided me Ferrari car, so I will be influenced by the gift. Okay, that person have gifted me huge amount of monetary gift, so I can't do negative with my client. So this is what self-interest threat is, right? Or maybe like, like my good friend, my family member, my mother, my father, my brother, my spouse have been working as a senior position in a company, right? And I know that with my report, suppose me being an auditor, I know that I am an auditor, and with my report, like the company will suffer. And if the company will suffer, my family relatable person will suffer. So yes, relatable parties, we can say that. So yes, I have a close family or personal relationship within that company. Maybe I have got valuable gift, which we have already covered. Maybe I have audited your company or have worked for your company in a previous period, and the fees is pending, and I know that if I will say something negative about you, you won't be paying me fees. Or maybe you have mentioned me that the fees of my recent service, which I am providing to you, like suppose I am doing audit of your company, the fees is based upon the percentage of profit, right? If your company profit is more, I will be getting more of fees. So again, I have financial interest in that. I can't show your profit less. Again, I know that you are doing bargaining with me, right? It is known as low balling. I know that sometimes it happen, like, we do bargaining, but that affects the quality of work being done by us. So this is known as low balling. So these things can influence our decision making of our work. So this is known as self-interest threat, which is not allowed, right? If you know that there is something which is gonna to influence your decision making, you should, you know, say no. At the first glance, you should say no. Sorry, I can't do this. This is what safeguard for threat is. Maybe the question, in the question you might be suggesting, okay, this is a safeguard to save yourself from that particular situation. If you have self interest in the company, you have to find out these hints. These are certain examples, there will be some relatable hints as well. So you have to find out the situation from the given hints, and based on those hints, you will be suggesting that, okay, this is a situation of self-interest threat, and how you can save yourself from the self-interest threat. Okay, refuse that client, or maybe got the fees in advance. So these are certain suggestions which you guys can guide in the given case-based scenario. Now, next is a self-review threat. Suppose if you have worked for that client in previous period, right? You have worked for that specific client. Maybe you have done internal work of that client. Now you are reviewing the work done by you, or maybe your teammates have done the work of your client being an internal auditor. Now you are the external auditor. So suppose if I have prepared these PPTs, right? These PPTs are being prepared by me and like typed by my junior, right? So if I have been mentioned that you have to find out mistakes, it's done by my person, right? So I won't be ready to find out mistaking that. But if I know that this is done by someone else, I will try to find out, okay, this is the not the size which should be, right? So this is about self-review threat. If you are checking your own work, then you won't be finding out mistake in the work done by you. That's reality. We find mistakes in the work done by someone else. So again, you will be yes, you will be biased, right? Will be biased. So yes, again, you you will be given a situation and you will have to find out, okay, the situation could create a self review thread, and you will be suggesting that, okay, ultimate solution is that yes, do a variety of tasks or segregate the team if by any chance you have received work of internal as well as external area, although it's not allowed in majority of cases, but by any chance you got the work, right? So what we can do is create different teams. One team is doing this work and other team is taking the work. So this could be done. Next is advocacy threat. Just to let you know, guys, I am advocate of ACCA, right? I represent ACCA in public forums as well. So, so advocates are the promoters. No, Neha, chapter is not started. I guess you joined now. We have covered almost half of the PPT. You joined now, Neha? Yeah, so we have covered half of the PPT, but don't worry. Today being the first chapter, I have, covered very easy topic. Okay. Now, so again, I was talking about advocacy threat. So I am from Punjab region. I forget to mention you. So in our Punjabi local language, we use in a very taunting way. Sometimes someone represents some other person. So in a very local language, it is being mentioned that uh, vakil, like lawyer is being mentioned as vakil, right? I don't know you guys understand Hindi like this language or not. So it is being mentioned wakalat. Yeah, Saurabh. So it is being mentioned that like vakil. So in our local language, it is being mentioned that to the vakil lag gaya, right? Are you lawyer of that person? So that means why you are representing that person. So advocacy threat means there could be a situation when you are representing, you are promoting that party, you are promoting your client. That is advocacy threat. You are promoting your client. So means when the auditor promote a client to the point where the auditor subsequent objectivity is compromised, right? This is a situation when you're I know that I am representing, suppose I am adjoining you in a litigation of income tax, right? Like you are my client, you have received notice by income tax authority. You mentioned me, ma'am, you are qualified ACCA member, so let's go together. Maybe you will have some ideas and maybe you can deal them in a better way. So that means I am representing you in front of them, right? I am showing that, yes, I am taking your side. So that is known as advocacy threat. Like general public will think that, okay, I am at your side. Next is familiarity threat. See, today is our first lecture. I don't know like how many of you are considering this as a demo lecture of how or how many of you have paid. So, right now you are not so familiar with me, right? Previous batch student are so familiar that they used to message me till now only. So yes, when we are familiar, right? So we forget mistakes, right? It happens with personal relations as well. When we are familiar with someone, like someone is friend to us, so we ignore their things. But at the same time, when we have fight with someone, we find out some minute mistake, minute detail as a mistake. So yes, again, if I have a long association with my client, or familiarity threat could arise in case of like you and me are related to each other in terms of personal relationship as well. So if I am familiar with like a client, and client senior person, right? It's all about senior person. So if I am familiar with the senior person of client, I'm familiar with him, then that means that is going to affect the objectivity, that is going to affect the independence, right? Because I won't be ready to find out some mistakes in the work done by my client. I'll say, okay, every year I check their work, they do it the correct way. So this should be my attitude. Next threat is intimidation threat. See, first of all, one our family person comes at the first place when it's all about intimidation, specifically in case of Indian families. So yes, I know that that person is in a position to influence my decision making. Intimidation arises when someone is in a position to mold you, to change your decision making. That is known as intimidation threat. So yes, intimidation threat when auditor is stopped from acting objectivity by threats from directors or employers. That could be via blackmail, like maybe via bad feedback. Okay, you will say that, okay, ma'am, if you have not done this, I will give a bad review about you. So it's just about that. Yes, maybe it could be like you look like if you are not doing this, meet me there, I will kill you, like something like that. That yes, if your client is in a position to intimidate you, right, to threaten you, to mold your decision making, that is a position of intimidation threat. And threaten doesn't mean that physical threaten, that is I'm gonna to kill you. That could be maybe next year you won't be getting assignment. Maybe it could be like that I won't be paying your fees. Maybe it could be like, yes, I can file a case against you. So something could be there. But yes, there is something which is gonna to mold your decision making, is known as intimidation. And all these situations are threats to your professional ethics. You won't be objective, you will lose your integrity, you can breach the confidentiality, you could be biased, you won't be doing your work according to professional skepticism, you won't be doing your work according to the professional competence and due care. Correct? Do you agree with me? Now, next is safeguards against these professional ethics. So, in the main case study, right, you will be like having a situation. You have seen that how the exact screen will look like in your paper, right? So, you will be having case study. Maybe in your pre-scene, you will be getting the information. Maybe in exhibits. So you will be saying that, okay, this is the situation. This is the situation which is going to create that specific level of threat. If you know the threat, then that's perfect. Mention that threat. And again, you will be mentioning certain safeguards. Okay, that yes, maybe you should have a risk assessment system. Maybe you will be suggesting, okay, training should be done, that yes, we don't need to represent someone, we don't need to be like if someone feels to be familiar, if I have been in your firm from since that period, I need to rotate my client again. I should create different teams so that there is a wall between internal team as well as external team. There should be proper policy and procedure. So again, I should adopt all the professional ethics. So these are the certain safeguards which you can use to save yourself from a threatening situation. Okay. Now, being a professional accountant, these are the certain roles which are being expected from the professionals, right? These are the certain roles. Like, first one is regarding integrity. Again, we have covered that. And like Neha, you were not present. We have covered the mnemonic as a PICOP. So yes, it is being expected from you that yes, we covered the professional fundamental principle. Now, next is factual and transparent reporting. That is, whatever you are reporting is fact based and that is, transparent. Nothing is being hidden. And yes, fair dealing with all the stakeholders. Guys, are you aware about the word stakeholder? Yes, basically, stakeholders are the person who can influence or can be influenced by the activities of organization. There could be both internal as well as external stakeholders. Now, again, it is being expected from us to be independent and reliable. That yes, like my decision is not influenced by someone else. And again, I'm not molding myself according to someone else. And again, like the work done by me is reliable. Now, stopping highlighting and reporting frauds and corruption. So it is being expected from us that yes, we stop we stop, we highlight that yes, this is the fraud, this is the worst thing which is happening. So this is what being expected from a professional accountant in the society. Now, next is fraud. So what is the meaning of fraud? Willful act, dishonest act, we can say. Yeah, unlawful, correct. Correct. So basically, fraud is intentional. That means willful act of dishonesty to get unjust or illegal advantage. I know that it is wrong, but I am doing it according to my will. I want to do. I know that it's wrong, right? But still, I am doing this. So there are two types of fraud: misappropriation of assets and fraudulent financial reporting. So yes, that could be in terms of I have assets, so I am like moving it here and there because just like in the terms of cash, cash is easy to be stolen. Like inventory, I know that I need to show less inventory, right? So next is fraudulent financial reporting. I am reporting profit more or less according to my wish, right? According to the text, according to the maybe I want to list here. So this is what I am doing. Next is, are common types of fraud. So yes, what are the common types of fraud? I am having fictitious employees, right? Like, I know that there are certain employees which are actually not there, but I just want to show more employees. Again, next is I have like I am colluding with the suppliers, so that I can show more of profitability, right? Or less of profitability, depending upon that. Yes, I want to like I am showing less price, I am showing more price, and again I am creating bogus invoices. So these are the certain things which I can do. So this involves fraud. Like I am being dishonest based upon my likings, my wish, my situation. So this is all about the fraud. Now, again, you will be finding a situation of fraud in your question. You will be guiding that yes, there is a situation of fraud, and yes, you will be guiding that okay, how you can tackle that fraudulent situation. Maybe you will be guiding. So this is how the question will be there. Now, next is whistleblowing. Who knows the meaning of whistleblowing? Speak up of why? Undisclosed identity. Okay. Yes, raising voice against wrongdoing. So yes, you remember there I don't know, there was a person in your class or not. In my class, I was the one who was being hated by class backbenchers. So yes, there like you know you know like I was the first venture, and I used to mention that okay, who is doing cheating and like that. So in every class there is someone who used to be favorite of the tutors, but again who is disliked by every classmate, right? So like that was me in my like starting school journey. So it's whistleblower, right? Whistleblower is a person who used to provide information to the senior management, or maybe audit committee, committees we will be doing regarding what's being wrong in the company, what's being unethical in the company. So there could be someone who is internal, there could be someone who is external. So a whistleblower could be internal or external, both. So the main task is that yes, if they know something, or if there is some suspected fraud, they mention about that fraud to other people, that yes, this is wrong which is happening in the company. And uh, like uh, uh, people believe them, senior people believe them, and they check that yes, what's being wrong in the company. So this is the major task of whistleblowers. I know that some bogus invoice are, and that could be done by senior management, that could be done by junior management. So I know something which is being unethical in the company, and I'm complaining about that. So this is what whistleblower does. Correct? So, what we need to do is, if I know that there is someone who is a whistleblower, I need to, being a company, it's my duty to save them. In movies, we used to see that yes, there is a person who is gonna to mention about wrong things about the company, about any person, and while going to the courtroom, that person is being killed or something like that. So we need to make sure that we are protecting identity of that person, we are providing safety to them, we are motivating others to be whistleblowers, so that we can encourage good environment in the organization. So this is what whistleblower does. So yes, a whistleblower is a person who provides any kind of information to the senior management regarding fraud or suspected fraud or maybe an illegal activity. Again, a whistleblower can be internal, that could be employee, that could be an outsider, that could be customer as well. So, sometimes whistleblowers are scared, right? We scare them that yes, like we are gonna to kill you or something like that, or you are gonna to be fired if you mention anything to anyone. So yes, but we need to safeguard them. So good effective whistleblower program includes strong encouragement by the governance. We should have a good governance structure in place. We should have a confidential reporting mechanism in place. We should protect them, and job protection, physical protection. There should be no bias in case of whistleblowing arrangement. Is that fine? So again, you will be suggesting these things in your question that yes, if you have a whistleblower, you have to protect them. You have to make sure that you are not disclosing their identity to anyone. Again, you have to make sure that there is a good training system, there is a good mechanism system in the organization regarding the whistleblowers. Fine. Now, next is bribery as well as corruption. So, what is the meaning of corruption? Dishonesty, yes. Yes. Personal gain, yes. Correct, correct. So, see, corruption is I'm being dishonest, bribery is a part of corruption again. So, I have the power and I am misusing my power. Again, this is a part of corruption. Again, I know that, again, forming cartel. Cartels means making groups. So this is again a part of corruption. So, I am creating discomfort in the life of those who are honest people, or I am doing something which is unethical. I am damaging the society. This is again a corruption thing. So yes, bribery is again I am offering, in most of the colleges, like in specifically in medical colleges, in engineering colleges, it's very common that yes, you have to pay heavy amount of money to get admission in the colleges. So this is how the corruption system works, right? So you are paying money, you are receiving money to get some sort of benefit. This is regarding the corruption area. Fine. Facilitating fees, yes. Yes. So yes, all this includes corruption. Now, in the question again, you will be receiving the information and you will get an idea that yes, in the specific company there is a corrupt practices being going on. So you'll be suggesting that okay, you should do this, you should do that. Now, like I know that in screen it's being visible. So yes, what you can suggest if you find out that yes, corruption is there in the company, what you guys can suggest? Yes, you can have a whistleblowing system. Yes, you could have good code of ethics, moral awareness, correct? Monitoring, yes. Strong punishment, yes. Correct, unbiased, yes. So yes, these are certain suggestions which you guys can mention, definitely. So measures to control bribery and corruption in an organization, commitment by the top management and governance. We should have a right culture. We should implement policies and procedure. We should have a risk assessment procedure. We should have a strong internal control system. We should have training. Like we should have reporting and whistleblowing arrangement. Like this is how system works, right? So this is how the system work. We need to make sure that what maximum we can do to save our organization from the corrupt business practices. Now, what are the red flags which will indicate that there is a corruption and bribery in your company, right, or in your organization? So yes, like if there is some excessive payment, some like unusual payment which is being made to the third parties, you feel that yes, like this payment should not be done, right? And yes, there is someone in your group that person is saying, no, I'm not ready to become a cartel, or being part of this anti-corrupt agreement type of thing. And again, the person is having salary of 50K and having Audi car, so that is not matching, right? And again, you are making payment in cash. And again, there are certain commissions which are contingent commissions. Again, like weak or no bidding processes, like you don't have a proper process, like you how the payment is being made. So this is how the corrupt business practices work. And you will get the hint that yes, in this specific question there is a corruption. Okay. Yes. Yes, yes. There could be a situation that you need, like red flag would be there. So you will have to find out those red flag from the given information, and based on those red flag, you will be maybe giving the solution that okay, what could be the effect of that corruption? Maybe the question will test you with that. That okay, there is a situation, and what could be the effect of that? And based on that, you will be suggesting the solution that how you can save your organization from those situations. Okay. Now see, our PPT for leadership is done. First of all, any one of you is having any doubt in leadership related areas? See, according to me, it's fine. If you want to cover like a little more, right, then you guys can read theory from like that book which have been provided to you. That's totally your choice, but according to me there is no need. You can confirm from the previous batch student as well. In previous batch, we started with that book which I have shown to you earlier, but like after 2 to 3 lectures I also use these PPTs, along with that book. And a student mentioned that, ma'am, we are okay with this. We trust you. And seriously, they did that. And they have just followed this PPT only. But if you want, we always have time. By any chance, you feel that it's less. Okay, objectivity from ethics again. So first of all, who is gonna to answer this? What is the meaning of objectivity? Unbiasedness, right? I'm not being influenced by someone else. So that is covered under objectivity related area. That yes, there is nothing external thing which is gonna to mold my decision, right? That is known as objectivity. Okay. See, Salpriya, you don't have to read less because see, first of all, that's why I've shown you the case, question paper. Reason being because the question paper won't be testing theoretical area. That will test case study. So my goal will be it's not like that we are gonna do your finish your classes early. No, I will focus on that you are attempting question, you are discussing question, you are reading question along with me, and after that you are writing answer by your own, and you are sending your response or you are discussing your response with me, so that I can understand what is your thought process while you are reading the question. Because see, it's a theory. Most of you are professional. If it's about reading thing, I can read the book and I can finish. It's more easy for me, right? But I don't want to read the book, and I don't want to become that boring social study tutor. By any chance, my social studies tutor is gonna to watch this, she's gonna to slap me. It's not gonna to be more efforts on your end. It's gonna to be more effort on my end, my end as well. If I'm gonna to read the theory, I am gonna to read this. If you are gonna to attempt that, I am gonna to check your paper. You know that. And if I'm gonna to check that, every single paper checking will take 1 hour. I was not being mentioned that I have to check papers, but it's my model that is I check what student is writing. Most of the time, what happen is student message me that, ma'am, like a few AFM SBR student must be aware about that. Like, okay, student used to mention me that, ma'am, we have written a lot, we know everything, but we don't know why we failed. So that's yes. Yes. And that's why I need to give you feedback that what actually you are writing. Correct. Now, see, these are the PPTs. And now you'll see that, okay, these PPTs, so see, leadership was the easiest PPT. So that's why I picked it today. Now, let me show you the questions which we are gonna to cover tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be covering two questions from the same topic area, so that whatever topic area we are doing, we will be doing the question for the same thing. So you will be able to link the topic area with the question. So if you guys have PDFs, then you can open that. I have opened the PDF, but it would be more easy for me to open this. 361, 366. Hmm. We will be doing question ARC, Aerobia Recycling Company, and we will be doing question of Foundry Company tomorrow. These two, both of these, the page number is 361 of the book. Leadership and culture. See, every portion is having specific question. You guys can see that there are 26 topics in that book. Maybe you will get confused, ma'am, your PPT are just having 8 items. It's just a detailed breakup, and my PPTs are having a compact information. And yes, after these PPTs, you will be covered with revision session as well with me. And for revisionary thing, I will be giving you different PPTs which you can use 2 days, 3 days prior the main examination. Because maybe in the during the last days, you won't be having time to read these PPTs. And again, the total of these PPTs is more than 250 pages. So I will be giving you good 50 pages PPT for revisionary purpose before your examination so that you guys are comfortable in completing your syllabus. And again, after that, we will be covering long question as well. Now, any doubt till now? The company's name, the question number is Foundry, and I guess ARC is the short form, Arabic Global, like cycling company, something like that. Now you want me to I have two choices. I can start a question today also, but today being the first lecture, we can wind up the session as well. That's totally your choice. What you want, right? We have time, so if you want, we can start the question. If you want, we can start with the question tomorrow and next PPT in the upcoming session. I don't want to rush. And again, by any chance, someone want me to share the past paper to show you the screen of past paper. I have the PDF version of the past paper as well. So I can show that. And again, we have professional skills as well. So we will be covering the professional skills separately because, okay, Pooja, tomorrow. So yes, we have professional skills as well. So make sure that you in the upcoming session, I will be guiding you regarding the professional skills. And there are different formats, PID format. There is a format of report. There is a format of briefing paper. So you need to consider that as well. Uh, is there anyone who is having any kind of doubts? And in the front of this book, like the PDF which you have, we have formats as well, right? So if you want to have a look on the formats, you guys can have a look on the formats, and professional skills here as well. Yes, and anything where I can help you guys? No, tired everyone. Okay, Ashish is saying let's continue. Ashish is tired. Yes, actually we will be doing question practice actually, Saurabh. That's the main ultimate goal. That's why I have drafted the PPTs. That yes, we can do maximum question. I don't know how many of you know previous student. I assume that there is a girl from you. Sir Priya, I guess you joined previous session for one day, I guess. How frequently do we take the mock test? Normally, team conduct one mock test, but from my end, I will be considering that you are writing at least three papers and sending it to me. So before that, you will be writing multiple questions that but yes, for that purpose, you have to be regular. I know that most of you might be working. Okay. Okay, there was some girl relating to your name. So yes, she joined for the first session. But that was the last day of our class. So I thought it's you. Just revise this, right? Nothing to do right now. After tomorrow session, definitely like you will be writing the question which we will be discussing tomorrow. No, it's not gonna to be like affect anything, Vedant, right? SBL and SBR are compulsory paper. I suggest SBR first when you have appeared for the last paper as FR. I normally suggest in that case only, because FR is base of SBR, so it is more easy. I appeared FR then SBR. EPSA module can help, but again, it's not compulsory. It's not like that. Without EPSM, you can't do. I did my EPSM after completing all the ACC exam. Yes, sir, Priya, I also did the same. What is gonna to help you in your SBL is your question practice. The more you practice the question, the more your writing speed would be increased, the more you will be sending your response. And again, telling you, I know like you are 11, 12 students, so it won't be possible for me to check all the 50 questions or maybe all the 20 questions which we are gonna to discuss, but at least 5 to 7 questions I will be checking for all of you, right? That is maximum what I can do, because I don't only teach SBL and I don't only teach for VGLD only, right? So yes, but yeah, definitely 10 question, like 7 to 8 question I will be checking. And that includes 4 long question, because my main focus is long questions, which are being tested in your main paper area. And normally we discuss the questions, like if students are comfortable, we discuss the response of other student in the class, so that like other student get the knowledge of how the best paper, like how the best question is being attempted by other student. There are certain student who write like according to the professional wording. So I show the best one in front of all of you, like if everyone is okay with that. Okay, any other doubt? Today being orientation session, you guys are open to ask any query, right? Nothing?
Ma'am, there is one open source, open tuition for short revision type videos. Ma'am, would you advise to have a look at them as a point of revision if we are like after the
Open
class?
tuition, open tuition video.
Yeah, ma'am, those are just short videos like how you covered leadership, no? So those are very short
Uh,
videos.
no, see, I know open tuition, right? Like I was a Vedant, I have heard your voice somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, ma'am, I was in your batch for 20 days before the results.
Okay, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. So, yes. So what I was saying is, I know about open tuition. Me being a like self-study student, I have used that resource. But what I feel is that don't mix two tutors, right? You might get confused. But yes, if you want to revise something, I will suggest something. Definitely, that suggestion is ACCA resource. ACCA have like certain videos on their portal, like debrief video, yes, Ashish, you can exit. Abhirami, like you want to say something, I can't hear you. Yeah, so Vedant, what I was mentioning is like there are certain resources. If you were my student, you must be aware that I have guided in previous class as well, like what resources you should follow and how the approach should be.
For debrief videos, ma'am, those which come at the end of the study hub, should we refer that or on the YouTube
You
channel
can
of each?
you can use both resources, be it ACCA resources on YouTube of like ACCA, and again like study hub videos as well.
Okay.
But I recommend use ACCA related resources. I won't be recommending any other resources, because if you check open tuition, the data is somehow outdated as well in certain subjects. I haven't checked that, like, since long back then. But yes, data is outdated.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So, yes, anything else? Okay, so I think we can wind up today's session, and let's meet tomorrow, right? And good luck, guys. Just please make sure that you are participating in live session and you are writing question on a like a routine basis. Now, Vedant, I remember you have written one good question at that time, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, I do remember you now. You are your auditing student, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, so good luck, guys. See you tomorrow.